There are more people coming into Birmingham. It's a city that people have always come to, but I think the reasons why they're coming have probably changed over time. So, you know, we've got a history of, we had the Irish population who came into Birmingham during the famine, you know, as far back as then. We had people coming over from the Caribbean and other Commonwealth countries in the 50s and 60s. But what we've seen more in recent years are people from all over the world with globalisation and people fleeing conflict coming to Birmingham, and much more recently, of course, people coming following the EU expansion. So I think the numbers of people has increased quite dramatically over the last 10 years. We've done a lot of analysis of you know, people coming into the city, and we've had a lot of dialogue with people living in the city, and we are very aware that the nature of the population has changed and has become super diverse is the term, the phrase that we're using. So whereas in the past we had lots of people coming from a small number of countries with a historical connection to the UK, what we have now are few people coming from lots and lots of countries. So we have about 187 different nationalities living in the city. So it's a very different kind of makeup of the population, a different dynamic in the population, I think, than we saw previously. It does benefit economically in many ways. Most of the people who come into our city are bringing skills, talent, they have business acumen, and so yes, they are contributing to the economy, they're contributing to the cultural life of the city, and we know that, and we know that certainly the local economy is much strengthened by businesses that have been developed locally, and of course they're employing people as well. We see a lot of people coming into the health sector, a lot of people coming into the finance sector as well, and I think a lot of that is to do with the specific skills that they're bringing, language skills, IT skills and so on. And the employers that we've talked to across the city, and the feedback we're getting from employers is that actually our population, the diversity of our population is a big asset for us. As a city council, we don't feel that maybe we're recognising that as much as we could, and we'd like to do more to really develop the international links that we have all across the world. We need to develop those more to get the benefits for the citizens of Birmingham and the businesses of Birmingham. One of the things we're doing at the moment is we've actually set up a new research centre with the University of Birmingham to look at super diversity and how we can use our knowledge to improve the way that we deliver services, the way that we develop policies across the city to meet the needs and aspirations of our citizens. And there are challenges because we've got, as I say, we have such a diverse community. We have, and with that comes very different needs and very different cultures that you know we want to understand and work with. So we are wanting to review some of our policies and some of our interventions so that we can enhance, I suppose, the potential of the immigrants that are coming in. I think some of the main challenges around them, people being able to have their skills and their qualifications recognised within the UK so that they can actually get into the kind of employment that we want them to. Having access to the kind of advice and finance they might need to start their own businesses, you know, so that they can actually develop their business idea. And for some people, language is an issue as well, and that might be something that we need to support people with as well. But overall, it's making sure it's a very complex picture, and it's making sure that when newcomers come into Birmingham, that they're welcomed, that they have the information that they need in a format that's useful to them, and that they're able to navigate their way around the city and services and information across the city. So we want to be more welcoming to people moving into the city so that they can do that. I've heard lots of really fantastic examples of initiatives, and I shall be taking quite a few ideas back with me. I was particularly interested to hear the examples from New York and Chicago, particularly some of the work around supporting business growth and supporting immigrant communities to develop businesses. And that's definitely something that we're trying to do in Birmingham, and I think there's some great ideas there that we would want to look at further.